Hi everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much everyone for coming back to my channel. And if you're watching this on listening on the podcast, excuse me, thank you so much everyone for being here. Today is Tuesday, February 20th, 2024, and I needed to come and speak about this because back in 2021, which I cannot believe that I feel like 2021 was just yesterday, but it's been already 3 years. So back in July of 2021, I had come here to my channel. I don't know if I was podcasting back then, but I had come here on a very early morning in July of 2021 to give the breaking news that the president of Haiti was killed, Jovenel Moïse. Jovenel Moïse, and I do apologize if I'm mispronouncing his name, but I remember giving breaking news because I remember I was getting ready for work and just watching the morning TV shows. There, they actually were giving breaking news, so I was like, "Wow, how can that happen?" And I was like, "How can they?" How is it that a president in a nation can just be killed inside his home? And then, following all of the information that came out of that, and I do understand that Haiti has been a poor country, all of that. So maybe security could be an issue. But even in a poor country, the president of that country is probably one of the most secure people they can have because it's the leader of the nation, obviously, right? So I remember, reading up a lot about, you know, how the attack happened. And I tell you, you can go ahead and look at the videos that I did if you're not too familiar with what happened with President of Haiti, Jovenel Moïse. But the way he got killed, this man was crying for help inside his presidential home right there in Haiti. He was attacked. This man with security guards, this man that have bodyguards, that has security, like I say, probably one of the most secure people in that country that we all know is dealing. I think Haiti has always dealt with problems, and I remember saying something like that, and people were like saying that, complaining to me that I shouldn't say like that. But looking at the history of Haiti, you can tell, we're not creating lies, nothing like that. But Haiti is a country that has been in a constant need of help from over other countries, let's just say, and also has always been a country who has been dealing with you know with low income, I guess you can say, with people in need, and also with violence, right? And I remember the shocking news of the president being killed inside his home. It's not like he was assassinated, like while going at a parade or something like that, right? So he was killed inside his home, and also the way that his body was discovered, which was like, what? I remember reading about how he was missing one eye, one of his ribs, something happened to one of his ribs. So these were like the way they describe it, the body, right? I don't want to get too morbid here, but the way they describe how the body was found and the attack that happened, you can tell, and we all know that Haiti is known for, when I say Haiti, obviously I'm talking in a general term, right? Not everybody in there practice this, but I remember the minute I read about how the body of Jovenel Moise was found, I was like, this has to be some type of ritual that happened to him, right? Very specific, the eye missing, the rib, and there were other things. I don't want to get too morbid about it, but I also remember how the wife was attacked also, but she survived, and the footage of her coming out and basically being completely sad about the whole thing, crying and asking, people were so sympathetic to her. Of course, right? She saw the attack in that was done to her husband, and she was also saying how he was crying for help, and he actually call his security team and say nobody's gonna come to help me. And I was like, oh my lord, this man went through so much. I don't know how he was as a president. I don't know much about it, but all I can say, the details of his death and the way that he was killed really shocked me. And to know that it happened at his home. Now, almost 3 years after, we are learning that his wife, there's a possibility that she was in this whole ordeal. And I cannot believe that married couples, and I know it happens a lot, it's just that every time you hear another story of something like this, the wife cooking like a meal for the husband just to kill him, or putting things in his coffee and then the husband killing the wife, it's like, wow, like so much evil that can happen in the mind of a human being to actually lead them to see the person that they love to suffer so much, and then play the victim, acting like they're, yeah, I saw him suffer, and then now they're saying she was part of it. So it's just crazy to me. Let me just read to you this briefly. um a Haitian judge has indicted 51 people for their role in the 2021 assassination of President Jovenel Moïse, including his wife Martine Moïse, who is accused of being an accomplice despite being seriously wounded in the attack. A 122-page copy of the indictment by Judge Walter Voltaire that was provided to the media does not accuses her of planning the killing, nor it does not offer any direct evidence of her involvement. Instead, it says that she and other accomplices gave statements that were contradicted by the other witnesses, suggesting that they were complicit in the killing. Complicit. The indictment also cites one of the main defendants in the case in custody in Haiti, who claimed that Mrs. Moise was plotting with others to take over the presidency. The accusations echo those contained in a criminal complaint filed by the Haitian prosecutor and submitted to Mr. Voltaire. The official charge against Mrs. Moise is conspiracy to commit murder. So, this is shocking. Let me just search something real quick. I remember somebody said she was probably in it. I'm like, how can she be? Because you always question when they say so and so was in it, but you're like, but they actually got attacked also. And like I said, I remember the footage of her, the first footage of her, and the way she was talking to the media afterwards, and she had her arm in a cast, and how she was hurt and all of that. And she's like, my husband was, I remember her saying things like he was begging for his life, all of that. And I'm like, I couldn't believe that. And people were like, so I remember talking to people about it, and people were like, oh, she probably was in it. I'm like, how can that be? She was actually hurt. And then now that she's indicted, it actually makes sense because your partner, your wife or husband, they know your ins and out. They know your schedule. They know what you do. So it's just crazy that this is what she was planning. This man, and probably, this man probably being so proud of his wife, and, you know, being the first lady of that country and doing so much. He probably has so many dreams with the two of them together. And this is what she was doing on her spare time, conspiring with other people to, you know, to do what they did to him. It's just crazy. So she's now indicted on that with a conspiracy to commit murder. It's just crazy, man. I've been saying, beginning of, I think I can say December of 2023, I'm like, I was saying the way that the TD Jake scandal came out and all of that, and now nobody's talking about it. But FYI, speaking about TD Jakes, his daughter recently just did a photo shoot, and you can tell what these people are after. Really, if you look at the photo shoot, forget our opinions about him and his relationship with P Diddy, all of that. Look at the recent photos of Sarah Jakes, which is a preacher now at the TD Jakes Church, I guess you can say. And look, you can totally see where these people are heading. So I was talking about that because I'm like, I know everything's gonna come to the table. Everything is being revealed. Everything that you do in the dark is gonna come to light. And people think that they can hide from God. And that's like the biggest mistake you can make in your life, to believe a lie that God doesn't see what you do. He sees everything and he's gonna bring it to the light. And it's just crazy. This case, I never would have thought that when I was giving you videos about his death, Jovenel Moïse's death, and talking about Haiti and how his body was discovered, and feeling so sorry for the wife and the kids and all of that, and having to. And I was thinking, man, the wife heard all of that. For him to have his eye gouged out, she heard that entire attack. She heard the scream that he did. She heard everything, him begging for help. And now that I think about it, actually, there was like some type of people from other country that were arrested that actually broke into that mansion in Haiti. I remember seeing them sitting on the floor in handcuffs, and they were like they're from Colombia or something like that. I don't know. It's just I'm happy to know that there is somebody investigating. Sometimes when things like that happen, they're like, "Oh, we arrested people, case closed." That's it, right? They're actually moving forward with the investigation of this assassination of Jovenel Moïse, and they're actually doing something. And now the wife, and I'm singling her out obviously because what a betrayal for him and his family and everybody, right, in their family. It's crazy. It's crazy. This first lady, instead of like getting, listening to him and trying to see how she can help him, she was planning all of that with other people. How crazy is that? Anyways, let me know what you guys think about it. I never thought, like I said, that I was gonna come back and speak about it and give the news 3 years after that the wife was probably in it also. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel and listening to the podcast. Have a good day. God bless.